Hi guys, back with another video. In this one we are talking about planners. It is the middle of the year and I'm getting a little bit tired and I felt the need to switch things up, so let's have a little planner chat. Moving all of these aside. Alright, it's like the afternoon on a Friday. It is 4 something. What time is it? It's 4:18 in the afternoon on a Friday, so things might be a little bit louder. There's going to be more background noise, but I felt the need to film this right now because I'm currently editing another video in, spoiler alert, and Aaron Condren. I'm editing that video and I felt the need to film this one to get this one up before I upload those videos. So anyways, it is currently, is it June 27th today? I think it's June 27th today, and we are nearing the end of the first half of 2025, which is absolutely crazy to me. I have been feeling a little bit tired of this planner. I have been itching for just a little bit of change. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. If it sticks, I don't know. But anyways, so as you guys know, I'm currently using my journey planner for everything. This is my, except for work, I have my work planner, which I didn't include in here because it really has nothing to do with my work planner, all about personal planning. So you guys have seen this all year long so far. I do everything in here: monthly, weekly, journaling, tracking, kids highlights. Everything gets put into this planner, and she's chunky. She is getting chunky and I absolutely love it. I love this planner, don't get me wrong. I think I was just itching for something new, something different. I think I'm going to try to switch it up for July. But anyways, again, nothing wrong with this planner except for the inconsistency of the paper, which Nisha Fernando Designs has no control over. It was the sans and paper that everybody has been pretty much forced to use for the most part. I think there's one planner company that bought a whole bunch beforehand and was able to use it in their planners for this year, but you know, there's just inconsistencies with all of the planners using the sans and paper that I know of or am aware of, even the Hobonichi cousins. So the only junk thing is the inconsistency and not being able to use fountain pens in here like I did last year, because I discovered fountain pens and really got into it last year with the cousin and it worked perfectly. I can't use them in here like I had hoped I could. Needless to say, I love this planner and it's going to be here right on my desk and I can jump back into it the moment I want to, need to, if my new system I'm going to try out for July doesn't work. The only junk thing is I am splitting my planners into 2 instead of just using one big planner for everything, and I don't know how that's going to work. You've seen this many times on my channel, so I'm not going to dig too much into it. I have made I think in my last flip through, I did stop using my listing planner in May. It was becoming a chore and I no longer enjoyed doing it. I never thought I would put this planner aside, but I did. It's actually not even a planner, it's a grid notebook. That's all it is. I found it on AliExpress. And the thing is, I have this off to the side also. I actually have it sitting like right here on my planning desk so I can see it every day, and if I ever want to jump back in, I have it. But as of right now, I have no plans of using that. As far as my only need it when I need it planner, this is a pocket Filofax. I usually did pre-planning in here, but I have been winging it lately. I do have like passwords in here, notes, pages, lists in here, and so as of right now, I'm not even using this one. I think maybe once the school year starts, I might jump back into this as far as pre-planning goes, because I just like how simple and compact it is. It just sits on my shelf and I can do whatever pre-planning that I need. So I have that one. I don't mind using it if I need to pre-plan a bunch of things. Alright, so getting into what I'm going to try to use. Again, I don't know if it's going to stick because I doubt. I now need to jump into 2 planners and one of them is undated, which is the reason why I stopped using this planner last year, was because I had to date it. Let's get into it. I have an Erin Condren vertical here in front of me. I was seeing so many launch videos and I think that's what made me intrigued to try again, and I think I was just looking for nostalgia. I started in the planner community, decorative planner community, back in 2014, and this was the planner that I had used for years actually. And so I think with just I think everything just going on in the world, in my life, I was just looking for some type of old comfort, and that is the Erin Condren for me. This is just an old comfort for me, and I think that's why I wanted to try to go back to it, plus all of those launch videos that kept popping up on my feed, and I thought, why not? I originally I was going to dwell on it for longer, but I logged into my account and saw that I had 2,000 insider points expiring, which is $20. I was like, it was literally expiring within like 5 days, so I felt like it was almost like a, yeah, this is your sign to go and try and purchase one. And so I did. It took a month to get here, and that was kind of annoying because I really wanted to like touch it, feel it, figure out if I really wanted to use it, but I have it here now. So like I mentioned, I have to split this system into 2 planners, which I don't know if I'll like. I guess we're going to see, but I'm going to try it. I did decorate for July in here. I do have a video coming up, and so I do have July decorated in here. I'm not going to turn to it, so I'm going to save it for that video. I'll just turn to August for now. But this is, as you guys know, I'm sure familiar with the Erin Condren. It's just a monthly, like there's some couple like dashboard pages, like goal pages, and then it's a weekly planner. And so what I plan on doing is monthly and weekly is just I'm transferring what I did in here in my monthly and weekly into here. So I did set up the month of July, just the monthly view. I didn't start decorating for the week as of right now. I do plan on having my first weekly spread in here being based off of washi tape. I'm not going to create a kit like I used to do, like the Decorate Like Me kit. I won't be doing that because I have a lot of boxes and things that I can pull from my collection now that I could build a kit or a spread off of the washi tape that I choose. That's that. I mean, this is very basic. It's just a monthly and a weekly planner. We've all seen it. I did purchase the extra 6 months, 6 months, so I could try it out in case I wanted to carry it into next year. I did buy the, I forget this one, what this one's called, Bouquet. I think it's called Bouquet instead of the neutral version. I just really enjoy these muted tabs. That's all of my thoughts on the Erin Condren. Again, I have set it up for July. It's ready to go. I've also set up this planner. Now, when I was just thinking about switching to this planner, I told myself I needed something else to do everything else that I did in my journey planner, because I didn't want to continue the other things in here and just use the Erin Condren for the monthly and the weekly. I felt like that in my brain that just doesn't make sense. That's Ryder. He's playing some kind of game. I know my camera picks up a lot of outside noises that I never realized that it picks up. Anyways, so I just felt like it was kind of pointless to do the weekly and the monthly just in here and then everything else in here. So my initial thought with the Erin Condren was to purchase the second half, because she was selling them, Sterling Ink, the common planner, the B6, second half of the year, the one that's almost set up like a cousin, pretty much. I don't know how else to explain it. The pages in the back are undated. I did use this planner the beginning half of 2024, and I got tired of it because I was tired of dating the daily pages. I was looking on her website and I was like, oh, she's selling the second half of 2025 as a standalone book. Why don't I get that to pair with this? Because I think I could make both planners work for my needs and to replicate what I do in here. So I was going to purchase it, and I was like, wait, I have the second half of 2024 that I never did touch because I stopped using it in May or June. I don't remember what month of last year. And then the first thought was I have to date everything. But then I thought, okay, well, I kind of took a break from dating things. Maybe I won't get as irritated. And if I predate the monthly, or I should say redate, because this is 2024, the second half, if I redate July's monthlies as well as the weeklies in one go, I shouldn't be too pressed about having to date the empty note pages in the back for my journaling section. I do have a video of me setting this planner up. I'm going to try to avoid those pages so I can save it for that video, but I do have my things tabbed, and I just want to go through each section because I do want to show you how I have replicated these pages pages into here, and so I'm not missing anything from this planner, and I've just split it into two. So I am going to pull it off camera really quick. So the first section that I absolutely needed was my tracker page, and this is very simple, but I just printed out a monthly tracker. This is from, I'll leave it listed down below, but I mentioned it in that video, which I think this video is going to go up before I show the video of me decorating this planner. But I just printed out a tracker that I used to use in my Hobonichi cousin, sized it down for the B6 planner, and put this down, and I actually pasted this onto this page here, so this goals page, and like, I don't know what this is called, not a perpetual calendar, I don't know what this is called, but I just printed it and pasted it in here. So now I have a section in my journey planner that I have in here that covers my tracker page. The next section, I'm not going to show July because I have redated it, so let me just turn to September. The next section in here that I would be missing is my kids highlight section, which I currently use in the meal planning section in this planner. I didn't need the monthly in this planner because I have my monthly planning in here, and so I figured I could use the monthly section for a kid highlight tracker. I don't always have a bunch of things to write for my kids, and if I do, I could write it in the my journaling section in the planner. So I figured this would be enough space on each day to just write a little blurb about each one of my kids, and that way I have one section all dedicated to them, and for that everything is just on one page instead of the meal tracker, which has like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's like 4 weeks for 2 pages, all of that. So I have everything in one page. That takes care of the kids highlight section that I have in my journey planner. The next section is, I'm just going to turn to this page because it's blank. Actually, I can turn to July, it's fine, because I had to redate everything. So I redated the beginning of July. In my journey planner, in my journaling section, I do hourly journaling because it has the times here, and then I have my journaling section where I can write whatever I want. And I love journaling this way because if I don't write anything, I at least make sure to fill out my hourly journal so I know what was going on for the day. So I need an hourly journal and I need a daily journaling section. Last year in 2024, this is exactly how I use this planner. In the weekly section, I used it as the hourly journaling section, and it was nice because it had its own spot that I could just reference if I just wanted an overview of the day. So that's how I'm going to be using the weekly section in this planner. And in the back, I'm not going to show my July cover page, so I'm going to kind of turn to the middle. And here is where I will do all of my writing journal. Again, I have to date it. I don't know how long I'll last doing that, but I have a whole page to do that, and I'm not like taking up space by doing the hourly section because that's in the weekly section. And so I've already done my July cover page, and then I will date the pages as needed, and that covers every single section in this planner and splitting it between these two planners. At the end of the day, the only reason I'm doing this is because I felt like I needed a little bit of a change. So that's why I am splitting, going from a 1 planner to 2 planners. This is very manageable. One other thing that I was thinking about is I barely look at my weekly section in here because I mostly turn to the journaling section. With the Erin Condren, I would leave this propped up on my desk and I could see my weekly page. And so what I can do is I can just leave the half open on my desk. I can always look at it, reference it, look at how pretty it's turning out. And then this one I just usually open to when I need it, when I want to write something that like in my hourly section. If I want to write something down in my journaling section, I can just flip through those pages and keep this closed because it's not a little bit more private, but I mean, it's just more writing. And then this I can just keep open super pretty on my desk to look at all the time, whereas I never ever keep this open on my desk actually, which I mean, very easily I could just, you know, leave it open on my desk, but my work planner is always open on my desk and it's the same size as this, so I just would feel a little bit overwhelmed. Whereas if I just have this open on my desk, it doesn't take up too much like valuable desk space, if that makes any sense. That is actually it for this video. I just wanted to have a planner chat with you because there's a chance that things are going to be changing. I will say I did decorate July in here also in case I absolutely hate this system. I'm going to try it out for a week. I might even just double plan. I'm not too sure my thoughts on that yet. I will say though, a little bit of me is sad because I've been using this so consistently that if I take a week week off in here. I feel like I might be just a little bit sad that I have some empty spaces, but I'm just going to write myself a note. Just jot down like, oh, trying out an Erin Condren or trying out a new system or something to maybe fill that void that I would have about missing pages in here. I haven't quite decided yet. I mean, I'm like attached to this planner because it's been consistent for the past 6 months, but I'm on that journey of embracing the blank spaces, so I think I'll be okay. You know, so dramatic, right, over paper planners, but I don't know, this is like part of my life, and it's been a huge part of my life for the past 11 years because I've made it into a business also. So yeah, I'm a little bit more passionate about my paper planners, but I'm sure everybody that has a bunch of paper planners can relate. So yeah, that is my thoughts. That is my mid-year, I guess, planner check-in on how I'm doing and what I'm doing. If this doesn't work out, I'm going to be right back in this one. And I do want to say, I think I made a brief mention of switching planners, and it's like, no, I had some comments, no, I followed you for your journey planner. I bought a journey planner because of you. And just let me tell you, reiterate once again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this planner. I love this planner so freaking much, but I just feel like I need a little bit of a change for now. But again, nothing wrong with this planner. I love this planner. You might still see videos in here. I don't even know. Maybe I'll double decorate. I have no idea. Yeah, that is my mid-year planner thoughts. It's crazy that we're at mid-year already. So yeah, I hope you join me on, or continue to join me on my planner journey and see really where I end up, because I have no idea. I'm just going along for the ride at this point in whatever planner pulls at my heartstrings. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you always so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye guys.